The other thing we have been told, this was a coup from politicians, and Gachagua himself has orchestrated all these things that we are seeing. Gachagua in response says there is a deliberate attempt.
A coup is treason. With only one punishment if found guilty. You hang until you die. And a coup plotter can only be given even 1 minute of freedom. You can't sell fear to this generation. Fear was for us. I'm not supposed to shake because I'm already expired goods, but I'll still shake. Noma ni Joho. Kama noma. Kama mbaya. Huyo ni noma. Ni nani huyo? Joho. Lakini Kindiki haitoki. Doesn't come out. Hata kama ako na base. Waswahili wanasema kichwa cha kuku bwana hakistahili kilemba bwana. And Murkomen is a perfect demonstration of that. You can't tie a turban, kilemba, on the head of a chicken or a hen. That's what he's showing. The job is too big for him.
Great to see you. Hello there and welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Jadel Kabret. It's always a joy, always a pleasure, always a privilege to have you every single day for these conversations on policy and politics. We are at 1442 Kusini on their open day. In case you didn't come today or you are around the corner, you can come to 1442 Kusini here in South B, Sore Road, Hapa, Nairobi. Apartments going for 5.7 million for 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms going for 7.7 million shillings. It's all en suite, so you can come. There's a laundry area, the bedrooms, there's water, there's CCTV, there's lift, there's rooftop access, the amenities around that you need. The hospital, the schools are all around here in South B. In case you don't know where South B is, Hapa tu karibu na town. Prof, great to see you. How are you doing today?
Very good.
You know, it's the open day for 1442 Kusini.
Correct. And that's why we are here in a big way. And there are many people here. Ask others to come and join.
Come and join us.
Tunakula sambusa hapa. Tunangoja nyama sasa.
I'm seeing you're telling people that you are here on your phone, sending notifications.
People are asking, mmefika naambia tuko site.
What is this thing about affordable housing that government isn't getting and private developers are getting from where you sit? What do you think is happening that it's very private developers' houses are very affordable compared to affordable houses from government? Where's the missing link?
You know, government can do business, but not our government. Not our government, not these African governments. There are governments in the world, countries where governments do business, serious business. You can look at China. Unknown to many people, most of these companies are government-owned companies. Yeah. Hizi makampuni kuja kujenga mabarabara manyumba hapo. Na hizi makina bank, Exim Bank. These are government entities. And they are doing mega business and creating the big dollar for China. You know, stories told about Norway and I don't know which African countries. Both discovered oil. The African country began to squander the money they were getting from oil. Is it Norway or one of those countries, Scandinavian? It was saving. Now the saving is busting to the seams. Billions of dollars in their account. So governments can, but for us, we cannot. So for that reason, government should create the environment for business. See, but when we get ready to do business, which we should, by the way, then government will do business through its state corporations, especially the commercial type. At that point, government can put up houses for sale as a business. But the arrangement we have is a mongrel kind of. You can't even understand it. What government ought to do in terms of affordable housing is to provide land and other incentives, but not to get in the mix. Not even to get money from Kenyans. No.
Everything is just confused.
No. Why are you getting money from Kenyans to give to private players? Government has sufficient land.
Yes.
Get land. Let people come and build houses as a business. With the understanding that now that you have free land and other incentives, perhaps even infrastructure development and those other services, then the houses will be affordable. One of the reasons why houses are expensive in this house. Today we are, where are we?
At 1442.
1440. This is South B.
Yes.
2 bedrooms going for how much?
7.7 million.
You know why it is like that instead of 4 million or less? Land. No municipality should sell land. Land is allocated to developers across the world. That's why it may be cheaper to buy a house in New York than in Nairobi. Because they adhere to that. That municipality land is not town. No, municipality simply means land. And in a town, in big towns, in urban centers, land should never be sold. Never. You are allocated, for example, the city county of Nairobi should allocate you land for a specific purpose, for a specific period, normally around 48 months. If you don't develop, it reverts back to the allocating authority. That way houses will be affordable. So government is just joking.
Is it a question of leadership? I want us to talk about leadership. Of course, over the past week, we've listened to some of our leaders talking about protests.
Yes.
But even if we talk about housing, when we talk about the protests that we are seeing, the cost of living, why are we missing that leadership aspect that we all know should happen so that this country can develop?
Of course, without leadership, you can't go anywhere. From the home to the school, the college, the enterprise, there is nothing that can proceed without leadership. So it's much more so for a country that brings many people, many interests together. Leadership is top on what you need to move forward as a country. Leadership. And if the leadership is focused on developing the country will be developed. But if the leadership is focused on enriching themselves, as we have had since independence, then you will begin going in circles the way we've been in circles for the past 60 years.
Your videos over the past 2 weeks have all been about the country is collapsing. The country is, we are on that bus.
Yes.
We are falling as a country.
Yes, yes.
The remarks of Interior CS, Murkomen, you listen to him speaking about these guns are not toys, telling police officers if they come to your police station, shoot them dead. What do you interpret? How do you interpret this remark?
The police stations belong to Kenyans. Kenyans are the ones who have put up those police stations. Kenyans are the ones who have bought those guns Murkomen is talking about. The bullets in those guns have been paid for by Kenyans. You get it? The policeman he's asking to shoot is being paid by Kenyans. The uniform he's putting on, the boots, bought by Kenyans. How can the same police turn Kenyan guns on Kenyans? No, those guns have a job. And that job is not to shoot Kenyans. Yeah. It's to safeguard Kenyans. It is to protect the property of Kenyans, lives of Kenyans, not to be turned on Kenyans. So Murkomen, I think he should go to school a bit.
Gachagua says he wasn't ready to get that job, Murkomen.
Yeah.
He's saying he's too naive for that job. Is this what you're seeing from Murkomen as a cabinet minister?
Yeah, it looks like it has overwhelmed him. Waswahili wanasema kichwa cha kuku bwana hakistahili kilemba bwana. And Murkomen is a perfect demonstration of that. You can't tie a turban, kilemba, on the head of a chicken or a hen. That's what he's showing. The job is too big for him. There have been mature people in those offices, people like Kaiseri. You could see the maturity. The toughness is there, but the maturity is also there. Yeah.
What if this is
there are people like Matiangi, very tough, but you can see the maturity. It doesn't go to your head. Murkomen is a good chap. He's growing and is maturing. Some few years from now, he will be a very good CS.
Could this be government strategy to be tough, to show Kenyans that
Which
we
toughness?
are government?
Which
Even
toughness?
if you listen to Kindiki, mimi ni noma si noma.
No
Will this work?
magani. No magani.
Will this work?
Noma ni Joho. Kama noma. Kama mbaya, huyo ni noma. Ni nani huyo? Joho. Lakini Kindiki haitoki. Doesn't come out. Hata kama ako na base. Nani akose base? It doesn't come out.
I'm saying if this
And
is
you don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need to be big. You don't need to be huge. You don't need to have a base. You know, the idea of leadership, the classical notion of leadership, a leader was supposed to be a man who is built, commanding presence, commanding voice. We have since walked away from that. You can be as tiny as anything, but offer leadership. You can have a soft voice, but offer leadership. You don't need to have a base to be a leader.
I'm asking if this
You
is
don't need to be a giant. You
Yes.
don't need to be Matiangi. No. So they are getting it wrong. Let them just offer leadership.
Gachagua is calling him soprano, but I'm asking if this is their strategy.
Yes.
You know, to show Kenyans that they are tough. If you come to the CBD, we will kill you. Will this work?
No. For me, it will work. Me and my generation. We grew up under fear. So fear will work for us. These children, fear is nothing. You've seen the kind of communication you have been seeing on social media. People think those are jokes. Oh, booking my place in the mortuary. When I come to the mortuary, place me this such, do this to my body. People think those are jokes. They are not jokes. My mother, if you don't see me, it is not a joke. That is the national psyche. That's where this country has reached. Where nothing matters. To people like those, threats cannot work. Cannot work. They cannot. If I'm wrong, I wish I'm wrong, and I'm praying that I should be wrong. Let's see the next demonstration. If it will not be more than the one of last year. Didn't people die last year during the demonstration?
They died.
Did you hear more people this year?
Yes, they died.
Have another one, there will be more.
People are ready.
Of course, there will be more. So you can't manage through fear. You can't manage through threat. You can't sell fear to this generation. Fear was for us. Hata saa hii ukiniambia utaona mimi natetemeka. I'm not supposed to shake because I'm already expired goods, but I'll still shake. I'll still fear, and yet I'm expired goods. But your generation, you can't sell them fear.
The other thing we have been told, this was a coup from politicians, and Gachagua himself has orchestrated all these things that we are seeing. Gachagua in response says there is a deliberate attempt.
A coup is treason. With only one punishment if found guilty. You hang until you die. And a coup plotter cannot be given even 1 minute of freedom. 1 minute of freedom, a coup plotter. Whether from the military or from the civilian. So you cannot be talking about coup plotters on radio, in a press conference, or from the streets of Nairobi. You'll be talking of coup plotters when they're already in. They are dangerous people. Then these people don't know about the safe. Then we are not safe. If we are led by people who are talking about coup plotters, talking about them, we are not safe. A coup plotter is a person who is arrested immediately. He's the dangerous person. You can talk about other crooks, but not coup plotter. A coup plotter, hey my friend, how can he be? Anaenda nyumbani anakula na lala na bibi yake ama na bwana yake na watoto. A coup plotter ni mtu akushika immediately.
Gachagua says they're saying all this so that they can divide the Mount Kenya region. Can this work? So
No.
they blame Gachagua. They say Gachagua is the person who went and torched Ichungwa's office. I don't know which house.
The problem with the public discourse is about perception, not reality. Rarely reality. So I want to inform those people. The perception. I don't know about reality. I'm talking about perception. The perception is that it is government through its goons who torched those buildings, who looted those promises. That is the perception. Me, I'm sharing as a man who knows politics and as a communication expert. It's about perception. It's not about reality. So if they should not try to use that one because it's already working against them. There's also the logic in observation. Let other people say, me, I'm an old man.
Okay.
Sitaki kufinywa. Wacha vijana wafinywa. Mimi nimezeeka.
But the logic in observation.
If you observe and apply logic,
Yes.
then what they are saying is also a little questionable. But whether it is true or not that Gachagua and these people sponsored goons, whether that is true or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is the perception.
What people believe.
The perception, which is what people believe, is that his government was touching those houses. The rest I leave to them. What they do with the information I'm giving them is up to them.
Finally, let me ask you this. The president says Ruto must go. Tell me how I can go. The next question is, I do not understand these people that don't have plans. What do they want from me? We're talking about leadership. We started talking about houses and where we are as a country. The question about leadership, what do you expect from the president? Because he himself seems to believe that everyone that is saying he must leave do not understand or
I want to help the president. Kidogo, because I respect the man tremendously. When people want to remove you from power, that is what they want. Don't involve them in the next person who is coming. They are not interested. Whether that person is capable or not is immaterial. They are focused on removing you. It's never about who is coming in or how qualified. That's the sad bit of politics. How many useless MPs have been elected in place of wonderful MPs? People like Karue have never come back. The guy who founded CDF. And he was doing very well. I don't think he ever came back, engineer. Somebody called Hamisi was voted the best MP, I don't know, far ahead of the rest. People didn't vote him. There are many MPs who do a sterling job. But when people are focused on removing you, they remove you irrespective of how well you are doing. And irrespective of how useless your successor is. So for the president, please, don't go there. It doesn't help you. People are not interested in how qualified the next... In fact, they don't even know who will be the next president.
They just know Ruto.
They are just saying Ruto must go. That's how stupid it is. That people are saying Ruto must go, but if you stop them to ask them who will replace Ruto, they don't even have the answer now. So I think I'm helped.
So
the president.
What should he do now that he's asking this question?
It is simple.
Yes.
Stop talking and work. You remember what I used to tell the president? Disappear from these village walks and rounds for 6 months. You'll see a change. Did he listen to me? No. The results you can see.
Yeah.
The trouble government is facing now is because people don't believe the president. Which is a very sad thing. It does not matter how much you do. The president is yet to match what Uhuru Kenyatta did. But people didn't listen to Uhuru. They said, bure kabisa, enda nyumbani. Today they are regretting, is that right?
Yes.
Especially Mount Kenya people. So these are lessons I'm sharing with the president. Talk less, do more. Don't answer these people. They will drag you through mud. Does the president think he can engage with Gachagua?
But Ruto is the master of politics.
Know.
But Ruto is the master of politics.
Ruto should know this more than me, more than I. Why? Alipiga kina Uhuru na Raila because maneno ilikuwa natoka kwa mdomo yake, anawachapa 10-0. Now it is the Gachagua. And he should know and should accept that the Gachagua is a master with the words, my friend. Anajua kuchoma. He can inflict pain.
Yes.
Through the mouth, Gachagua can inflict pain. So if the president continues to answer these people, they will finish him. Stop talking, just work. Do your thing and do your politics. In fact, ignore them. Ignore them. And the other set of people the president must ignore are warmongers around him. They have always been the ones who have sent presidents and kings to the ditch.
Warmongers.
Warmongers around you. If you are the king, or you are the chief, you are the prime minister, you are the president. It is those warmongers who always send presidents and prime ministers home, because they irritate people. First, ile irritate what? Swaggering around like in Kenya, carrying bundles of money, saying we shall win this election. Tukishindwa kura tutafuta vile tutaongeza. President he can't be the first person to go one term. Humility is important. The president must begin working on humility to win back the people of Kenya he has lost. Humility would mean you tell the Sudis, the Murkomen to tame their words. And I've said this before. Watch what they say. Okay? Watch what they say. And you, Mr. President, don't answer Gachagua.
Well, thanks for tuning into that conversation. We are at the open day of 1442 Kusini here in Surrey Road, South B. You can get your apartment at 5.7 million, 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms at 7.7 million Kenya shillings. This open day, come talk to Kenyans, come talk to us, come talk to the developers here and
financiers.
And financiers here.
Walk here, you may get a house without a shilling. They just look at the health of your payslip or your income. If you're a business person, they say you shall finance you 100%.
I've had 105%.
Even 105 means they can do those are the extras. Because when you buy a house,
yes,
there are other things like stamp duty, what have you, legal fees,
yes,
insurance.
They'll sort you out.
They can sort you out to some level. 10%. They can pay for you 90%, which means you take, if it's 1 bedroom, you pay 5.7, yes, 570,000. And nyumba inakuwa ni yako.
Nyumba ni yako.
Unaenda polepole tu mdogo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kama wewe unataka nyumba kuja Surrey Road.
Na usingoje, sisi tulingoja. Why we don't have things? Kuna zingine tulikuwa tunadharau. Ukisikia watu wanaenda utawala tunacheka, ukitengela. Ukisikia mtu anakuja kwa bedroom yake kamoja, South B, usicheke kama unaweza afford. Buy it today. Nothing stops you from selling it as you move to the bigger place. Well, start here.
Thanks for tuning into that one. Have yourself a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye for now.